July 6, 1942. A few days ago, Father began to talk about going into hiding. He said it would be very hard for us to live cut off from the rest of the world. He sounded so serious. I felt scared.
Don't worry, Annika. Just enjoy your carefree life while you can.
Carefree? I was born in Frankfurt on June 12, 1929. Because we're Jewish, my father immigrated to Holland in 1933. He heard Hitler's marching gangs sing that horrible song, When Jew Blood Spurts from the Knife, and knew it was time to leave. But Hitler invaded Holland on May 10, 1940. 5 days later, the Dutch surrendered, the Germans arrived, and the trouble started for the Jews. Father was forced to give up his business, manufacturing products used to make jam. We couldn't use streetcars, couldn't go to the theater or movies anymore, couldn't be out on the street after 8 p.m., couldn't even sit in our own gardens. We had to turn in our bicycles. No beaches, no swimming pools, no libraries. We couldn't even walk on the sunny side of the streets. Our identity cards were stamped with a big black J. And we had to wear the yellow star. But somehow life went on. Until yesterday. A call-up notice from the SS. My sister Margot was ordered to report for work in Germany to the Westerbork transit camp. A call-up. Everyone knows what that means. At 5:30 this morning, we closed the door of our apartment behind us. My cat was the only living creature I said goodbye to. The unmade beds, the breakfast things on the table, all created the impression we left in a hurry. And our destination? We walked 2.5 miles in the pouring rain all the way to 263rd Prinzgresch, Father's office building. Our hiding place, the secret annex, is right behind it upstairs. Even though the Germans forced Father out, he still runs the office with Mr. Crawler and me, who have offered to help us while we're in hiding.
Mr. Frank, thank God you're out safely. Help me! Anna, how are you? Mrs. Frank, Margot, you look exhausted. You know, if only we'd known, we would have had it all ready for you.
Oh, you've done enough already, me. Besides, it's good for us to keep busy. As you see, Anna's my little helper.
I see that. Peter, come on in.
Welcome. Peter Fontana, the children.
Welcome to the annex.
This is Anna, Margot, and my wife, Mrs. Frank.
Mrs. Frank?
Forgive me, Peter, I'm not quite myself, but I'm glad you'll be with us.
I am too. Oh, a cat? Oh, he has a cat!
The black one?
We have a cat too. I wanted to bring her, but I know our neighbors will take good care of her until we get back. Oh, it's gonna be so great having a cat here. Won't it, Pim? Won't it be fantastic?
Anna, dear, don't get so excited. Peter doesn't know you yet.
Well, he'll get to know me soon, though. It's gonna be so much fun having people around, like a whole other family. Won't it, Margot?
Yes.
Like being on vacation in some strange pension or something. An adventure. Romantic and dangerous at the same time.
What is it, Peter?
Oh, my parents, they were right behind me, one street away.
They'll be here.
You don't think they were...
Don't worry, Peter. You're just like me.
Mother's always jumping at every little thing. What's his name?
Oh, Mushi.
Mushy. I love cats. Where'd you go to school?
They set up a technical school in somebody's house. Once we were forbidden.
Well, I had to move from my Montessori school to the Jewish Lyceum.
Oh, I know, I saw you there.
You did?
See, what did I tell you? And now we're all here.
Oh, just in time. We had to take the long way around. There were too many police in the streets.
Mrs. Fondant, Mr. Fondant, you know my wife, of course, and the children.
Oh, we must hurry. The workmen will be here in half an hour.
Such trouble we're causing you, Mr. Crawler. After all you and we have done, And now we arrive early.
You couldn't let your daughter be taken away, Mr. Franck.
Yeah, please don't worry. We'll do everything we can to help. Now I must run and get your ration books. If our names are on the ration books, won't they know we're here? Trust me, your names won't be on them. Oh, and if you make a list every day, I'll try to get you what you want. And every Saturday, I can bring 5 library books. 5? Oh, I know what my 5 are gonna be.
Wanda, remember there are 7 of us.
I know, Mother.
It's illegal then. The ration books? We've never done anything illegal.
Well, I don't think we'll be living exactly according to regulations here.
Oh, listen! The Westerns alarm.
How will I ever get used to that clock?
I love it.
Now, Meep or I will be here every day to see you. I've hidden a buzzer to signal when we come up, and tomorrow I'll have that bookcase placed in front of your door. Oh, one more thing, the radio.
A radio? Oh, fantastic!
A radio, thank God.
How'd you get it?
We'd have turned ours in months ago.
Thank you, Mr. Caller, for everything.
You'll tell them about the noise.
I'll tell them.
How can we thank you, really? I mean, how can we ever?
You know, I never thought I'd live to see the day. A man like Mr. Franck would have to go into hiding.
Well, what a journey. It's a wonder we weren't arrested. Petronella was walking down the street wearing her fur coat and carrying a hat box in the middle of summer.
What do you need another hat for? It's not another hat, it's...
Oh,
I just don't feel at home without my chamber pot.
Now, everyone, a few things quickly. When you get settled before 8, Anna, come sit down. First, about the noise. While the workmen are in the office from 8 to 6, we have to keep completely quiet. So no shoes and only move when absolutely necessary. We can't run water, we can't flush the toilet in the WC, the pipes go down to the warehouse, and every noise can be heard.
Only one toilet? For all of us?
No trash can be thrown out. Not even a potato peel. Anna! We'll burn everything in the stove at night. We can't go outside, we can't look out a window, no coughing, and if possible, no fevers. We can never contact a doctor. This is the way we must live until it's over. But after 6, we can laugh, play games, move around just as we would at home. This will be our common area, the place we have supper every night, like one family.
One family. I love that.
Good. Now, why don't we get settled in? As Mr. Fondant and I discussed, that'll be the Fondant floor, the lower floor, the Franck's family. Peter, I know your space is small, but you'll be close to your parents, and I'm actually glad you brought your cat. Me warned us there might be rats.
Rats? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sure Mushi can take care of a couple rats. Come, Petronella. Let's go to the attic and bring our dishes down. All the boxes are up there.
Never can I thank you enough, Mr. Franck. If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened to us.
You can't imagine how much your husband helped me. When I first moved to Amsterdam, not knowing a soul, unable to speak the language, I can never repay him for that. Plus, he's an excellent business partner.
Oh, well, that's true.
God, it's hot.
Well, if you take off that precious coat, you'd feel a lot cooler.
Haven't closed your eyes since yesterday. Nor you, Margot.
Oh, well, I slept, Father. Isn't that funny? Even though I knew it was the last night in my own bed.
You can sleep through anything. Now, take your shoes off before you forget. You too, Peter, shoes.
Sure you're not too tired, Annika?
No, Mother, I'm fine. Hey! What are you doing?
Getting rid of it.
You can't do that. They'll arrest you if you go outside without your stuff.
Who's going out? Now I don't have to be branded.
Well, I guess you're right. We don't really need it anymore. Remember when it started? People tried to look the other way, but somehow their eyes always landed right here. Mother sewed this on so tight.
The day they made us wear the star was the worst day of my life.
Oh, look. It left a mark. Me too. Do you know Henali Goslar?
No,
Yobi DeWall?
never heard of her.
Huh. But you heard of me?
Well, my father is your father's business
You
partner.
heard of me! You heard of me! I'm famous at my school!
Oh, it's true. In a way.
What do you mean?
Oh, Anna, you mustn't bother Peter.
I'm not bothered again. She is.
Mushi either. Tonight we'll have our first real supper together.
Thank you.
He's awfully shy.
You like him, I know.
I'd better. He's the only boy I'm gonna see for who he... Oh, my movie stars! Him, you remembered! Oh, I'm gonna put him right. Where's my diary? Oh, I forgot to pack my pencil.
Oh, no, Anna, you can't go down those stairs. Never, Anna. This is what going into hiding means. One mistake can cost us our lives.
I know, Father.
But every day, Meek or Mr. Crawler will come and bring us food, books, their precious company. They're friends, Anna. That's rare these days. If the Nazis found out that they were hiding us, they'd be deported too.
Your fountain, then.
Your fountain, Pim.
Oh, Pim, what a darling you are.
All those bags of beans and potatoes. Is that what we'll be eating every night? Not much variety, is there?
Don't listen to her. What she can do with beans and potatoes. My wife's a great cook.
Well, lucky for us.
Hey, even with just beans, you'll see. Oh, am I going to miss those gourmet meals?
Oh, Cody, stop exaggerating.
Humans seem content, don't they?
We can never tell with women, but I think we'll be all right.
Good. We'll meet here back at 6 to start preparing supper.
6 o'clock, yes.
All right, now come away from the kitchen, Petronella. The workmen should be here any moment.
Maybe it's a mistake. All of us going into hiding together. They say it's better for families to separate. That way, if we're caught or betrayed, at least the children.
The children would have never understood if we'd separated. They couldn't have borne it. No more than us. And we must be quiet now.
Are you all right, Martha?
It's still shaky.
In my hands. Well, don't worry. They can't take you away. We're here now.
Yeah. We're here.
Und dass wir nun einzutreten entschlossen sind, bis zum letzten Hauch, dieses Deutschland, der deutsche Volksgemeinschaft aller deutschen Stämme, das Großdeutsche Reich, Sieg heil! Sieg
silence that frightens me most. Every time I hear a creak in the house or a step on the street, I'm sure they're coming for us. I wander from room to room, feeling like a songbird whose wings have been ripped off and keeps hurling itself over its cage. Let me out! Where there's fresh air and laughter. But then I remember the Jews who aren't in hiding. And I know we live in a paradise. We're as quiet as baby mice. Who would have dreamed Quicksilver Anna would have to sit still for hours? And what's more could?
Nothing about me, I hope. No, Mrs. Von Don.
Oh, I can't even have a peek. Not even a little peek, Mrs. Von Don.
All right, fine. Oh, I'm first for the WC.
Has anyone seen my shoes?
Shoes?
Oh, you took them, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're gonna be sorry.
Am I?
Definitely. Wait till I get you.
I'm waiting. Oh, you're strong. Didn't think I was so strong, did you? Or am I making you mad? You're getting really mad now.
Peter!
That's it, Peter. Dance with me, Peter.
I don't know how.
I'll teach you.
I don't want any lessons.
Please.
I have to give Mushi a supper.
Well, can I watch?
He doesn't like people around when he eats.
Well, I'm quiet as a little mouse. Oh, he likes mice, doesn't he?
No!
Oh, no, you shouldn't play with Peter like that. It's not dignified.
Well, I don't want to be dignified.
Complain when I don't treat you like a grown-up, and when I do, you resent it.
Well, I just want to have some fun. What's wrong with that boy?
He just isn't used to girls, especially a girl like our Annika. Give him some time.
How much time does he need? You dance with me, Margot.
I have to help with supper.
Come on, if we don't practice, we'll forget.
All right.
Ready? See, everyone, Margot is a real dancer.
Oh, dancing. Where's Peter?
Oh, in his room.
Oh, his father will kill him if he catches him with that cat again. Anna, darling, do me a favor and get Peter out of his room for me, please.
Peter! Oh, Peter!
What is it?
Your mother says to come out.
You know what your father says.
I'll be Mushi.
All right, but just give him his supper and come right out.
Now, is that any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Mother, stop.
Oh, look, he's blushing!
You're crazy. She's only 13.
So you're 16. You know, your father's older than I am. I'll tell you, Mr. Franck, if this war lasts much longer, we're liable to be related. Oh, I think I have a run here.
Some run.
God, I hate hate them.
Good evening. I wish I could stay for supper, but I'm shy. I don't know what I would do without a mush.
All right. I heard about you. How you talk so much in class. Mr. Keesing called you Miss Quack Quack. And he made you write a composition. Quack, 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 said Miss Quack Quack.
Well, go on. Tell them the rest. Tell them how it was so good that he read it to all of his classes.
Oh, I know about you. You're always joking.
I don't always
You're
joke.
always mocking and making fun of people. Quack, quack, quack.
I don't always. You're the most infuriating boy I've ever met.
That's right, you give it to him.
With with you.
Quack, quack, quack. And from now on, stay out of my room.
Excellent in history, on it, and in Latin.
He's not here yet?
The workman only left a little while ago.
What's for dinner?
Beans.
Again? Hey! I know you're in there playing with that cat!
He only went in for a second. He's now here all afternoon studying his French.
How did you in algebra?
I think we both better give up on algebra.
How did I do? How do you always do? Brilliant.
Well, I think you could have used a adjunctive here.
Where? Hi, Mrs. Von Don. May I try on your coat?
Come on up.
Of course you may. You know, my father gave me this coat the year before he died. He always bought the best that money could buy.
Did you have a lot of boyfriends before you were married?
Oh, no, it's not courteous to ask personal questions.
Well, why not? I have a throng of admirers who can't keep their eyes off of me.
Well, our house was always swarming with boys. I remember the summer I was 16.
Oh, God, here we go again.
I was talking to you. We had this big house in Bremerhaven, and those boys came buzzing around like bees around a honey pot. Oh, my father was so worried with all those boys buzzing around. He'd say, if any of them gets fresh with you, you tell them, remember Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm the lady.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady.
Very good. Okay, that's enough.
What have you got to write about that's so important all the time? I mean, how much does a 13-year-old have to say?
Just because someone's young doesn't mean they don't have anything to say, Mr. Von Don.
Please, can't I have any privacy?
Petronella, can you please tell me what could possibly be so private?
Oh, you know how it is at that age, Pootie. Everything's private, even brushing your teeth.
I just hope she's not writing anything about me in that private diary of hers.
Don't be ridiculous, Pootie. You know, you can be so childish sometimes.
Still haven't finished your French? You know, you ought to be ashamed.
I know, I'm a hopeless case.
No, you're not hopeless. He's not hopeless. He just doesn't have anyone to help him, like the girls do. You know, maybe you could, Mr. Fromm.
Sure, his father.
No, not me. He won't listen to me.
Well, what do you say, baby?
You're an angel, Mr. Fromm. I don't know why I didn't meet you before I met that one over there.
Come, Peter, show him which chapter you're on.
You listen to Mr. Franck, Pater. Mr. Franck is a highly educated man.
Hey,
Aren't things hard enough without you sprawling all over the place?
You know, maybe if you didn't smoke so much, Pootie, you wouldn't be so ill-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Don't tell me you used up all the cigarettes.
Oh, one package. Me bought one package.
You're smoking up all our money.
You just shut up. What are you staring at?
Well, I never heard grown-ups quarrel before. I just thought it was something that children did and then it wore off when you grew up.
It wasn't a quarrel, all right? It was a discussion. I've never heard children be so rude before.
Rude to me? How can you say that when you literally...
That's here. Could you please bring me my knitting? I must remember to ask me for more wool.
Oh, I have a library book for her to return, and I need hairpins and some soap.
Please, me, get me some starch, some biscuits, a movie star magazine. Tell us all the latest news. Meet. It's a wonder Meep has a life of her own. Did you know that she's engaged to someone named Jan? Yeah, she's crazy about him. But worried that the Nazis will find out and take him to work in Germany, in a war plant. That's what you do with all these young Dutchmen these days, you know? They just pick them right up off the street and then they just...
Suppose you try being still for 5 minutes.
Anna, come have your milk.
Just talk, chatter. It's a wonder we weren't discovered and shot. I mean, why do you have to show off all the time? Can't you be quiet like your sister Margot? Be a good girl.
No, not me. I'm going to be remarkable. I'm going to Paris.
Really?
Yeah, you'll see. One day, I'm going to be a famous writer, or singer, or dance. Oh my God, my coat, my beautiful fur coat. Do you know how much my father paid for this? Look at it. I could kill you for this.
Petronella.
Oh, no, you can't behave like this.
It was an accident. Anybody can have an accident.
I'm not just talking about the coat, Anna. We're all living under great stress. You don't hear Margot getting into arguments with the Fondants, do you?
Well, Margot's perfect. She never gets into arguments with anybody.
I'm not perfect.
She's courteous. Okay, she keeps her distance and they respect her for it. Try to be more like Margot.
And have them walk all over me too? No, thank you.
They don't walk all over me.
Yes, they do. All over you.
I'm not afraid they'll walk all over you, Anna. I'm afraid you'll walk all over them. I don't know what happens to you. If I ever talk to my mother the way you talk to me.
Yes, Mother. No, Mother. Anything you say, Mother. It's not like that anymore. I can't just do everything for you.
Margot doesn't do everything.
Margot, that's all I ever hear.
Don't be so dramatic.
Everything she does is right, and everything I do is wrong. If I talk too much, I'm a show-off. If I answer, I'm rude, selfish. If I eat too much, stupid, cowardly, a complete disappointment. I'll never live up to your expectations. I'll never be Margot.
I don't know how I can go on living like this.
You know, Anna, in 2 minutes she'll be laughing and joking again.
No room. No privacy for any of us. And those people, the way they behave. When your father chooses to shut his eyes to these things. I can't even remember what life used to be like. Neve.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, our darling Neve.
Does everyone have their list?
I have mine.
Get your library books out, darling.
Oh, neat.
comes, the sun begins to
We
shine.
missed you yesterday, Mr. Crawler.
Tell us, me, we want to know everything.
Won't you stay for supper?
Thank you, but there's something we need to discuss. Something that has to be decided immediately.
What? What is it, Mr. Crawler?
Each time we come, we try and bring a bit of good news, but up here you can't know how bad it's become outside.
There's a dentist, Alfred Dussel. He's Jewish. He's been living with a Christian woman, but today he asked me if I knew it was safe to dress. He's desperate. Well, I promised I'd let him know.
Yes, of course, Meep, absolutely. Dussel, I believe we know him.
It's great news, me.
Yes, but where is he going to sleep? I mean, there's barely enough room for us when
I'm
he
sorry
got
I
here.
spoke without consulting with you, but
There's so little food.
Mr. Fondant, I've tried. There are no more ration books to be had.
where 7 can eat, 8 can eat as well.
I hope so.
If we can save even one life, we must.
Well, you're right, of course.
Yes, definitely.
Mr. Crawler will go to meet him, and I'll bring him up.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's fine to have him, but where are we going to put him?
He can have my bed. I'll sleep on the floor.
You're very kind, Pedro, but there's hardly enough room in there for you now.
Well, what if he had my bed and then I moved in with you and Mother?
No. Why not live in with us and Mr. Dussel can have her bed? It's the only way.
But why? Why can't I move in?
Oh, because it wouldn't be proper for Marcotte to. Please, Anna, don't argue. It's settled.
As far as I'm concerned, Mother can go jump in a lake. I don't know why I've taken such a terrible dislike to her, but I can imagine her dying someday. As Father's death seems inconceivable to me. It's very mean of me, I know, but it's how I feel. I hope Mother never reads any of this, or anything else I've written in here. She's not a mother to me. I have to mother myself. And who can I turn to? Only my diary. I have to become a good person on my own. But I know it will make me stronger in the end. 3.5 months in the annex, and we're eagerly waiting our latest edition. What will he be like? Meep says he's quiet, refined, and by all accounts, an excellent dentist. He's meeting Mr. Crawler at 11 sharp at a certain place in front of the post office. It's all so exciting and totally nerve-wracking. What if they get caught? But those last hours are the most dangerous for a Jew who goes into hiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's done.
Everything went smoothly. Mr. Dussel was at the appointed place at the appointed time. He had to meet Mr. Crawler and put Jan's coat over his office jacket so no one would see the yellow star. He was amazed to be brought to the center of Amsterdam rather than to the country where so many hiding places are. Of course, he had no idea we were waiting right upstairs for him.
I'm dreaming. Mr. Frank, Otto Frank. I heard you were in Switzerland. A patient of mine told me you escaped to Brazil, or Belgium, or someplace.
Well, that's what everyone thinks. The Nazis included, we hope.
We tricked them.
We're so glad you've come, Mr. Dussel.
Y'all are.
How can I thank you?
Oh, not us. Meet me, Mr. Crawler.
Without them, we couldn't live.
Well, aren't you scared, me? Sometimes?
We're not heroes.
You're very modest, me.
You just don't like the Nazis. Anything about them.
Come, Mr. Dussel, sit down. You must be worn out.
Let's all have a little toast to Mr. Dussel.
Cognac. We were saved in case of illness, but...
What better way to use it? To Mr. Dussel. We're honored to have you with us.
Prost.
Roast.
Delicious. Too bad there's so little of it.
I believe you know someone in common, Mr. Dussel.
Huh?
Dr. Kinsler. We were friends back up in the old days at Frankfurt. What is it?
Dr. Kinsler was taken last month. Beethoven's death. They took the whole block.
Mr. Dussel, what's happening outside?
Tell us.
All over Amsterdam. Jews are disappearing. Torn out of bed in the middle of the night. My God, the screams. Children come home from school, their parents are gone. Women come back from shopping, whole families vanished. It's impossible to escape without going into hiding. Thousands are being taken away, deported. The Blumbergs, Professor Hallenstein.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, 5 minutes to get ready. Bring only what you can carry in a rucksack. Herd into the Jewish theater for days, weeks sometimes, and then Westerbork. The transit camp. From there, every Tuesday, by clockwork, the train leaves for the east.
Mr. Dussel, do you know the Goslars? Their daughter had Nellie and I. We've been friends since we were 4. They didn't come for them. They? No. No. No, not Nellie. It can't be. No.
There's a family fight.
No, I'm sure Mr. Dussel wants to get settled before supper. I'm sorry I can't offer your own room. I trust you won't mind sharing one with my daughter.
Forgive me for upsetting you.
No. You had to tell us. We had to know.
Anna, why don't you show Mr. Dussel to your room?
Me. Thank you for everything.
All that he said. So terrible. So different from what Mr. Crawler's been telling us.
I like it better the way Mr. Crawler tells it.
Well, we're here.
It isn't very big, is it?
I've never shared a room with a man before. Hope I'll be a suitable companion. I know you'll miss the woman you lived with there.
Charlotte and I have never been apart. It all happened so quickly. Couldn't tell her where I was going. Didn't know myself.
Well, you weren't supposed to. None of our friends knew. It would have been too dangerous. But not for us. For them, and for Charlotte.
You're a very bright young lady. I hope you'll bear with me.
I hope you'll bear with me. I seem to irritate everyone around here. What was she like? Your Charlotte.
Charming, beautiful. You would like her. She's not Jewish, you know.
Oh, I know. Meat told us. Well, that's my bed, and that's Margot's, where you'll be sleeping. I know it's small and dark in here, but if you peek through the blackout curtain, you can see the most beautiful chestnut tree in the world. Though, I hope by the time it's in blossom, this war will be over, and we'll all be back home. I was wondering about the room. I always got it in the mornings, and then Margot had it in the afternoons. Is that all right with you?
Actually, I'm not at my best in the mornings.
Alright, then you can take the mornings and then I'll take afternoons. Did you bring your dental equipment? Oh, I love those little mirrors! Will you fill all of our cavities?
It's very hard being a dentist, you know. Children just don't understand.
What do you mean?
No one likes going to the dentist. Everyone makes fun of dentists, but believe me, it's no fun for us. Everyone hates us.
That's awful.
Tell me something. When you're in heat, where do I go? In there with all those people.
And Mushi,
Who's Mushi?
Hater's cat.
Cat? No one mentioned a cat to me. He has it here.
Oh, you'll love Mushi. He's the sweetest cat in the world.
I hate cats. They're terrifying. They give me asthma.
Well, don't worry. Hater keeps him in his room all the time.
Let's hope so. By the way, Mr. Crawler spoke of a schedule.
It's mainly about when we have to be quiet. And when we can use the WC. You can go now if you need
No,
to.
thank you.
You don't know how important the WC can be when you're in hiding. Especially when you're scared.
I understand. If you don't mind, I think I'll lie down for a bit before supper. It helps with the digestion.
You rest, Mr. Diesel. I'll try to make you feel at home. Good night, Mr. Diesel.
This is Colin Reese Parker with the BBC Radio Europe, November 12th. Yesterday, German forces entered unoccupied France. Acting quickly to counter sweeping Allied gains, Hitler sent armored columns to occupy Vichy France. The Vichy regime came to an end, and with it, the final pretense that part of France was a free zone.
I couldn't sleep last night, even after Father tucked me in. I feel wicked sleeping in this warm bed when all my friends are at the mercy of the cruelest monsters ever to walk the earth. And all because they're Jews. We assume most of them are murdered. The BBC says they're being gassed. Perhaps that's the quickest way to die. No matter what I'm doing, I can't stop thinking about those who are gone. And all we can do is wait for this war to be over. The whole world is waiting, while most are waiting for death.
Achtung! Achtung! The list for Tuesday's train. 1,000 will leave Westbrook tomorrow for labor service in the East. No exemptions.
My night, I'm shushing her.
Lana, Lana.
Every night, Mrs. Franck, every night. She's putting us all in danger.
Please, Mr. Dussel, go back to bed. She'll be all right in a minute.
What happened?
Another nightmare.
Well, it sounded like someone was murdering her.
I'll get you some water. It was a bad dream, wasn't it? Do you want to talk about it? Sometimes
No, thank you, Mother.
Try to rest now. I'll sit right beside you.
I'd rather you didn't.
I see. Right.
Could you tell Father to come in? Please?
wants you, Otto. She's still trembling. It's all right. Go to her.
It's a phase.
You weren't like this.
I'm more like you. It's not that she doesn't love you.
I dreamt that they came for us. They took us all the way, Pim. The train whistled, Pim. The train going east. Did I yell terribly loud? Do you think anybody heard outside? I know what you're thinking. But I just don't love her.
Oh, no.
No, we don't get along. We never have. I just hate being cooped up with her. And my nightmares, Pim, they just keep getting worse. And I can't stop them from coming.
We're all having nightmares, Anna. Only you let them out. Your mother has them too. Terrible nightmares. She's having a very hard time here.
I know, Pim. I'm trying to change. I have a better side. A better, finer side. But it's as if I'm split in half. What's good and what's bad, Pim? I don't know.
I understand. We've always understood each other, you and I. You know something, Anna, that you taught me something the day we first came here.
Me?
Remember when we arrived? Your mother and Margot were numb, couldn't speak, couldn't move. I was a wreck with worry, but you skipped around the room, calling it an adventure. You showed me how you could escape. Now, every single time I read my Dickens, it takes me to another world, a world where I feel safe. And you have something too, a diary. You're lucky.
Lucky?
Yes, you can write, put all your thoughts, all your feelings down on paper.
The house is shaking.
It's all right, Anna. We're playing to shoot the war.
Tonight after the radio broadcast, Pim asked us what would be the first thing we would do when we were liberated. Well, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be so excited. Maybe go back to school with all my friends, or ride a bike, or whistle, or laugh so hard it hurts. I wonder if anyone will not think about whether I'm Jewish. Just a young girl in badly need of some good plain fun. Margot said,
I want to go dancing. Learn the latest step. Fly across the room in a new pair of dancing shoes.
The movies. Oh, I'd love to go to a movie. A Western. If they ever decide to let us in again.
I'm longing for a real cup of coffee. One with cream and sugar. No, a whole pot full.
A bath. A hot bath. A bathtub, lying there and luxuriating for hours, and then Pootie comes in and soaks my back.
And Pootie said,
Cream cakes. First thing out of here, I'm going to Burkhoff's for some cream cakes.
Charlotte, just to look at her, listen to her, for hours.
You know what I want? To pack a picnic lunch and take my family to the seashore for the whole day.
shanu, bamisota vestidanu, lehedlik mirshel Hanukkah.
That was very moving.
Well, it's not over yet. There's still a song. Oh, and presents.
Oh, well, not this year.
And no latkes either.
Oh, don't remind me.
I make the best latkes you've ever tasted.
Please, I can't bear it.
You'll have to invite us next year.
What's in there, darling?
Oh, presents. This is for you, Martha. Read it out loud.
Oh, you never lose your temper. You never will, I fear. You're just so good, but if you should, put all your crosswords here. A new crossword puzzle book.
Well, it's not new. It's yours. But if you scratch it all out and forget them, then you can do it all over again.
It's wonderful.
And Mrs. Fontaine, this is for you. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Open.
Oh, how beautiful. What's in it?
Shampoo. I mixed it with the last of my soap and the last of my toilet water.
How thoughtful.
Thank you.
This was all Lana's idea.
And Mr. Fontaine, this is for you. This is something that you want more than anything else in the world.
Oh my goodness, I wonder what it could be. A cigarette.
We found some old tobacco in the lining of Pim's coat, and we made it. Well, Pim did. But it's real tobacco, I promise.
Let's see about that. Thanks, Anna. I mean it, truly.
Oh, and Mother, this is for you.
Oh, okay.
Read it.
Hey, I'm going. Here's an IOU. I promise to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say. Oh,
I wish I had that little slip of paper. 10 hours. You wouldn't consider selling it, would you, Mrs. Fong?
It's the best present I ever had.
Oh, and Pim, this is for you.
Oh, no, I wasn't supposed to get
Oh.
any.
I made it out of the last bits of wool I found. And no one helped me, not even Mother, not even Margot.
Yeah, and that should keep me up half the night, writing that diary of hers. Just kidding.
I'm afraid it looks better in the dark.
I think it looks perfect. Thank you, Anna. Yeah.
And this is for Mushi.
Anna, the ribbons from your ballet shoes.
On behalf of Mushi, thank you. It's very sweet of you.
Oh, and from Miss Quack Quack. Open it.
Are you sure nothing's gonna jump out and bite me?
What is it?
A razor! And Beef gave it to me, but I think he really needs one, does he?
What for?
Look at his upper lip. There's a little something growing there.
This? Just put a little milk on it, let the cat think about
You think you're funny, don't you? Well, I like it, Anna. Thank you.
And last but never least, my roommate, Mr. Dixon.
Got something for me, Anna. Oh, capsules. 2 capsules. Not poison, I hope.
That way you don't have to hear me thrashing around at night. I made it out of cotton and candle wax. Go try them. Ready?
What?
Are you ready?
Good God! We've got inside my head! Help! Help! I was just joking, Anna.
One last thing.
What?
One more present. Just one more.
For who? Show us.
For your mother. For tonight.
The music box.
saved it for you. I was hoping it wouldn't be here till Hanukkah, but I bought it just in case.
This goes all the way back to my great-grandmother. Your father's an angel for saving it.
Why didn't you save anything of mine?
I saved you, didn't I?
Listen.
Look, Mushi loves his presents.
Hater, don't give me asthma.
What's the matter? Get that cat out of here.
Cats? What cats?
It doesn't have to be the cat. Just clothes are enough.
All right, don't worry, we're getting rid of it.
Finally you listen to me.
I'm not doing it for you, Dussel. I'm just sick of those damn fleas. Out it goes.
Mr. Von Don, you can't do that. That's Pater's cat. Pater loves that cat.
If he goes, then I go.
So go. All right, go.
You're not going, and the cat's not going. So put the hat away. Sit down, Mr. Dussel. It's Hanukkah, a time for celebration. Girls, sing the song. Ma'otza leshuasi lehana eshabeya tikom lelefilasi besham toda.
God almighty.
Oh my God.
Do you hear anything? I think they're gone.
The Gestapo?
If it were the Gestapo, they'd be up here by now.
Maybe it was a thief.
Well, we've got to do something.
There's nothing we can do.
I'm going down.
Okay, be safe.
No, Papa, think about
Oh my God, come back here!
Maybe we can buy them off. Pootie, where's our money?
Keep still.
And wait for them to drag us away. Do something.
Keep still.
Someone go get Papa.
Quiet.
I'll go.
Sit down.
Go, please, go.
Quiet, everyone.
It was a thief.
How do you know?
He took the cash box, ran off so fast he left the front door wide open. We're safe now. The danger's past.
Maybe, but we're in even greater danger now.
Mr. Dussel.
Now someone knows we're up here.
Hey, what are you pointing at him for? All right, it was an accident. It could happen to any one of us.
You mean to tell me that a thief is going to go to the police and say, I was robbing a place the other night and I heard a noise above my head? Do you think a thief is going to say that?
Yes, I do.
You're crazy.
I think someday he'll get caught. Make a bargain with the police. If they let him off, they'll tell him where some Jews are hiding. Maybe they'll even reward him. 7.5 guilders a Jew.
Papa, we can't stay here. We have to go. Let's go.
Oh, where would we go?
Went to the street.
We're not going. We can't panic. If we panic, we're lost. We survived here for 6 months together. We're going on. Margot, another song, please.
Sometimes I see myself alone in a dungeon, without father or mother, or I'm roaming the streets, or the annex is on fire, or they've come for us in the middle of the night. And I know it can all happen so soon. I see the 8 of us in the annex as this patch of blue sky, threatened by menacing dark clouds. And we're surrounded by darkness and danger. In our desperate search to find a way out, we just keep bumping into each other. We look at the fighting down below and the peace and beauty
dark cloud and can neither go up or down. It just looms before us, an impenetrable wall. I can only cry out and implore, open wide! Let us out!
Suffering from something. And although we can't call a doctor, our favorite dentist is never too far away.
Just hold on a little while longer, Mrs. Fondon. I'm almost finished.
How can I? You're killing me.
Perhaps if you stop complaining, I could finish you.
All right, I'll try.
Mrs. Fondon, please. You got my answer for the secondary too. Just stop. Keep moving further.
There. Look, I got it.
I'm lucky. I've been healthy. In fact, I've been growing. So much I can't fit into my shoes anymore. Not to speak of anything else. And there's another change. Something happening inside me. I think that what's happening to me is so great. Every time I get my period, and it's only been 3 times, I get a feeling that despite the pain, I have a sweet secret. And I long to feel that secret again within me. Sometimes I lie in bed at night and hear the beating of my heart. Oh, and there's another thing. Pater. The way he looks at me. Those eyes.
Neve!
Oh, Happy New Year, Neve! Happy New Year. You really should have a seat yourself. I'm so glad that you've come. Oh, Neve! Oh, how are you?
I wonder if you might take this letter. For Charlotte. For the new year.
Of course.
Oh, and Veep-chan,
No. Hey, Margot, feeling any better?
A little.
Well, maybe this might make you feel better yet.
Goody, look, the cake!
hey, I'll get the plates.
Oh, your special spice cake.
Spice cake, exactly. Your favorite.
It's everyone's favorite.
Spice cake with a treat. You must have used up all your rations for the week.
Oh, sweet. She even wrote Peace in 1944.
Last year it said peace in 1943.
Well, it has to come sometime, doesn't it?
Very well.
Here's a nice Petronella. Now, how many of us are there?
Oh, none for me, thank you.
Oh, but you
Well,
must.
that leaves 7.
8. 8, the same number it always is.
Oh, I took for granted Margot wouldn't have any.
Why not?
I don't think a piece of cake would harm her.
I just don't want her to start coughing again. 8, all right, 8.
And please, Mrs. Franck should cut the cake. Mrs. Franck divides things better.
What are you saying? Don't I always give everyone exactly the same?
Yes, yes. Everyone always gets exactly the same. Except Mr. Von Don always gets a little bit more.
Now, just a minute!
You see how those spice cake goes to our heads.
Hey, Miss Franck, you cut.
Looks delicious, Lee.
Oh, leave that smell. Are you sure you'll have a piece?
Oh, no, thank you. I have to leave in a minute.
Oh, Neve Jan. Jan is lucky to get a woman who can bake like this.
Oh, Jan! Tell us about Jan.
John's taking me to a party tonight.
A party. Oh, we remember everything so you can tell us when you get back. Everyone you dance with.
Yawn. Only with yawn.
Ooh.
And seems I have forgotten something. For someone.
For me?
What? What is it? Come on, I can't stand the suspense.
Oh, my. Oh, Meep, where'd you find them?
You can't even get a slipper on the black market these days.
I love it.
Growing up, huh? Ready for Hollywood.
Well, enjoy them, Anna. Here, let's see. Don't worry, I'll be back to give you all a full report tomorrow.
Oh, me. There's something I'd like you to do for me.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
What is it?
He wants to sell her fur coat.
No, Cody, don't do this to me. This is my coat. I've had this coat for 17 years. My father gave me this coat. You have no right. Don't you dare let go of it.
You have to give it up.
Let go of it, please.
You can't hold on to a fur coat when there's people in such desperate need of warm clothing. And besides, we're broke. All right? We've been running out of money for months. Look, I have to sell it.
Frank?
I remember when a new year was something to look forward to.
Mrs. Frank, you mustn't give up hope.
There's no hope to be had. I know that. I knew it the night Hitler came to power. That voice came screaming out of the radio. I sat there paralyzed. I'm now in London. What's the Dutch Queen doing? I mean, what are they all doing? They're not even mentioning the word Jew. When the trains are still leaving. Why don't they just follow the tracks? I can't talk about this with the others, me.
I understand, Mrs. Frank.
I know they're making plans and counting down the days till the war is over, but I must tell you, I feel the end will never come. Sometimes I want to give myself up.
Oh, forgive me, Mrs. Frank, but you're going to have to try to take this a little easier. Because they need you. Your children need you.
I'm ashamed to feel this way. I know you and Mr. Crawler have it just as hard.
No, Mrs. Frank, you don't.
Oh, thank you for listening to me.
Ready for your French lesson, Mr. Dussel? Let's see. We did this last time. Read this out loud.
Non, ce n'est pas ce que tu penses.
Pulse, Mr. Dussel. Pulse from pensier, to think. C'est que non pas bien, cool?
What?
C'est que non pas bien?
You're going too fast.
Oui, je sais.
Je sais. I know that one.
Bon, continuons la passion, s'il vous plaît.
You know, I just
don't understand. I would have never done anything like that to you.
Look, that coat was 17 years old. For God's sake, those skins have definitely seen their day.
That's not the point, and you know it.
I know we need money. We have no money. Can you get that through your head?
Don't talk to her like that.
You never understood anything.
Oh, God, here we go again.
What was the last thing? A whole world gone.
Well, you still got us, haven't you?
You took the last memory of my father away.
Do we have to talk about your father again? If you hadn't been so attached to your father, your coat, your apartment with all your damn possessions in it, we'd be in America by now.
It's not her fault.
It's you two, you know, you didn't even
I
want
only
to.
stayed because of you. Believe me, I knew which way the wind was blowing.
Oh, sure, you always know everything,
Mother,
don't you?
please, stop.
Your mother will never listen.
If I could just say one thing.
No, you cannot. You say too much already, and it's none of your business anyway.
You shouldn't have said that, Mother.
What?
You hurt her feelings.
Oh, well, I apologize, all right? I apologize to everyone.
You left this.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for what happened in there. I wish I could have said something. But they just make me feel so... I can't stand it when they just... Sometimes... I wish I didn't belong to them at all. I just hope I never turn out like that.
You won't. I know it.
Like him? What if I'm like him?
You're not, believe me.
All I can say is, if it weren't for you... I mean, you're always a big help to me.
I am? How?
Well, when you're cheerful, it keeps... When you're cheerful, it keeps me from being depressed.
Well, I'm not always so cheerful, you know. Inside.
Really?
It's hard. When you want to cry or something, there's really nowhere to go.
It's easier for me, I guess. When there's a fight, you know, with my parents, I just duck into my room.
Well, you're lucky you have a room of your own.
Oh, well, you're lucky you can talk to your parents.
Not really. I don't discuss anything serious with Mother. She just doesn't understand me. But Father, I tell him about everything. Except Mother. I don't think you can really be intimate about someone if they just hold something back. Do you?
Oh, I think your father's terrific.
He likes you too.
You think so?
I can tell by the little things he says. It's funny, isn't it?
What?
Well, we've been living here for over a year now. And this is the first time we've really talked.
I know what you mean.
Do you know something, Peter?
What?
I've never really had a friend. Someone I can confide in.
Me neither. Smile for me?
Why?
You have dimples when you smile.
Dimples, the only mark of beauty I possess.
Oh, that's not true. You're pretty.
Me?
Yes, you.
sky is a deep blue. I'm longing, so longing for everything. I feel spring awakening in my entire body and soul. I just want to shout to every boy, so Vader, kiss me! Just smile at me all the time. I don't know, there's something about it.
What is it tonight?
Don't ask.
Oh, well, I have to. I have to be prepared.
God, I can't eat this again. Pickles, kale, and rotten potatoes every night for weeks now.
Something wrong, Mr. Dussel? How about you try cooking for a change instead of insulting my wife?
I think you prepared the kale very well, Mrs. Fontaine. I don't know how you do it.
Mr. Frunk, always the soul of politeness.
Every night, another miracle.
Careful, Mr. Dussel. We don't want you to clog the pipes like last week.
Please?
Marcotte, you're not eating.
Oh, eat. You have to eat.
I'm not hungry.
If she doesn't want it, Peter will eat it.
Come, Margot, just take a bite.
I can't. I just can't.
She eats like a bird. Look at her. Every day a smaller bird. My God, I'm doing the best I can.
I know, Mrs. Fontaine. I just...
Anna's eating and Peter's eating.
How do you do it, Anna?
Well, I just close my eyes and pretend it's delicious. Or I know it's not.
Very wise, Annika.
I eat because I'm hungry.
Come, Margot, you gotta force yourself. You're getting too thin.
Hey, she's not the only one. We're all famished.
Will this war ever be over?
Oh, this war would be over a lot sooner if the damn British would just start the invasion.
Please, not tonight.
The British are fighting for their lives.
They'll do what they can when the time's right.
Oh, when we're dead and buried, you mean? It's amazing how strong those Germans are.
Oh, it's amazing, huh? Those Germans are so strong and they're gonna win the war. Is that what you're saying?
They might. They very well might if the British don't get moving.
They're moving, for crying out loud! 3,000 tons of bombs were dropped on Hamburg last Sunday. Isn't that enough for you?
No.
How many bombs do you need?
Enough so we don't have to worry about going to Poland.
What happened?
Mr. Dussel, you have to come out.
You think I like spending my life in there?
Mr. Crawley.
I'm sorry to come at this hour. Something has happened.
What?
I must ask you all to be more careful. The man in the storeroom. A few days ago he asked me, "What have you heard of Mr. Franck?" I said, "I heard a rumor you moved to Switzerland." He said he heard that too. But he thought I might know something more. And then today, signing some invoices, I looked up. I saw him staring at the bookcase. My God! He said he thought he remembered a door there, and then he said he wanted more money. 10 more guilders a month.
Blackmail?
10 more guilders, very modest blackmail.
It's just the beginning.
What did you tell him?
I said I had to think about it. Should I pay him the money? Do I take a chance on
For
him?
God's sakes, pay him the money.
No. Offer him half. We'll find out if it's blackmail or not.
Listen. Maybe he knows nothing. But it's more dangerous out there every day. No one can be trusted. I must ask you all to be more careful, more quiet. I'll offer him half.
Thank you, Mr. Crawley.
We'll hope for the best.
Mother, I can't bear it seeing you this way.
Be all right, Annika. You go back to supper.
No, I'd rather stay here with you.
from London, a message from the Dutch Minister of Education, Mr. Gerrit Falkenstein.
History cannot be written on the basis of official documents alone. If our descendants are to understand what we as a nation have endured during these years, we need simple, everyday pieces. A diary, letters from a forced labor in Germany, family photos.
Did she just say a diary? Oh, I'll start revising tomorrow. Maybe one day, I could even write a novel of my own. The Secret Annex, inspired by my diary. You can't really know how well you write until you do. When I write, I shake off all my cares. But I want to do more than that. I want to make all of those happy, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death. Mr. Dussel's getting awfully impatient out there.
Yeah, Lennon. I'm always waiting on him.
Are you going up to the attic with Peter again? You've already spent so much time there today.
I went exactly twice. Once to get the potatoes for supper, and twice to study French together.
Well, you know Mrs. Von Don, she's got a comment for everything.
Yeah, you know her. It's in her nature. I don't think it's Mrs. Von Don that's upsetting you.
I'm not upset.
You're not jealous of Pater and me? I'd be insanely jealous if it were
Well,
you.
I suppose you would be, but I'm not.
Come on, Margot, tell the truth.
Well, who wouldn't want someone to visit every night? To have deep, serious conversations with who knows what else. I'm jealous, but not of you and Pater. Just wish I had someone of my own. I'm happy you have someone.
You mean it?
I want you to have fun tonight. And every other night. I've already missed out on so much here.
Margot, you're such a generous person. But you have nothing to be jealous of. We don't do anything. He hasn't even kissed me.
The kiss will come.
I'm not sure I wanted to.
You do! I know you! You can't help yourself, it's in your nature. Oh, let me fix your hair. There. Now you're ready. Go!
I presume I may finally get back into my room?
Our room, Mr. Dussel. And yes, you may return.
Thank you so much.
Anna? Again? Again, and look at her. It's cold up in the attic. You better bundle up. You know, back in my day, it was the boys who called on the girls.
Young people like to feel like they have secrets. The attic's the only place they can talk.
Talk? That's not what they called it in my day.
We'll be developing in our little
And
annex.
if this war lasts much longer, we may even have ourselves a little annex wedding. So frankly, I can't stand this stupid chatter another minute. Anna, don't forget to be down by 9.
We're so old-fashioned. I guess they just don't realize how much more advanced we are.
You look nice.
Really?
I like the shoes. Always like the shoes.
Meep always does everything just right.
She likes you a lot.
I love her. But I hate having to ask for absolutely everything. Doesn't it make you so miserable, having to be so dependent on people?
I'm not miserable. anymore. I mean, even bumping into you on the stairs sometimes, I feel...
I feel the same.
You've changed. I used to think you were a real pain in the neck.
My life before seemed so unreal. And nothing to do with who I am now. I see myself as an utterly superficial girl. I wouldn't go back to being her for the world.
You sure know a lot about yourself, don't you? I guess it comes from all the writing you do.
Well, if I didn't write what I think, what I feel, I'd suffocate. I want to be a real writer one day. I know I can write. I'm my harshest critic. But who knows if I even have talent or not. What do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know. Some job that doesn't take much brains. Maybe if I had your drive.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
No, it's true. I'm a complete idiot.
You're too hard on yourself.
Well, I didn't have much going for me on the outside.
But don't you miss? Peter, I miss so many things. Sometimes I dream I'm back in our old apartment, and I wake up and wonder, why can't I run outside? Oh, look. You can see the moonlight from here, just like you said. How beautiful. Look at our attic. The moonlight shining in.
Are you cold?
No. Well, maybe just a little.
Here.
Peter, have you ever kissed a girl?
I guess so.
You have? When?
It wasn't a big deal or anything.
No, tell me.
On my birthday. I was blindfolded. I didn't even know who the girl was.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being kissed or anything. Though I'm sure Margot would never kiss a man unless she were engaged to him. And I know Mother never kissed a man before she met him. My girlfriends say, oh no, shocking. Who cares what they say anyways? It's different now. Here.
You called it our attic before. Do you really think it's ours?
I do.
You won't let them stop you coming here, will you?
No, I promise. Maybe I can bring you one of my stories and read it to you sometime?
You'll come tomorrow night?
You want me to?
I do.
It's 9:05.
I will.
All Jews must be out of German-occupied countries before July 1st. The province of Utrecht will be cleansed of Jews between April 1st and May 1st. The provinces of North and South Holland, including Amsterdam, immediately thereafter. A faster-paced evacuating the Jews will begin as we move them by train, not once, but twice a week, transporting 12,000 Jews a month. This is dirty work, but a mission of great historical purpose. When not a single Jew remains in the Netherlands, people will again walk freely in the streets.
Oh, I don't listen to rat.
Edith, come back to sleep, please. God's sakes.
What is it? What's going on?
Your husband! Stealing our bread!
That can't be. Pete, what are you doing?
Never before, never before.
I don't believe it. Steals once, he'll steal again. Every day I watch the children getting thinner. And he comes in the middle of the night and steals food that you go to them.
Edith, please.
Mom, that's only one piece of bread.
Here.
I want him to go.
Oh, go where?
Anywhere!
You don't mean what you're saying.
It would be impossible.
Edith, you know how upset you've been these times.
But this has nothing to do with
He
it.
couldn't help himself. It can happen to any one of us. It won't happen again.
Never, never. I promise.
No, I can't take it with him here. I want them to go.
You put us out on the streets?
There are other hiding places. We'll find you something. Don't worry about the money. I'll find you the money.
Mr. Funk, you said you'd never forget what my husband did for you.
If my husband had any obligation to you, it's paid for.
Edith, for God's sakes, I've never seen you like this.
Mother, you can't make Peter leave. He hasn't done anything.
Peter can stay.
No, I wouldn't feel right without my parents.
Mother, they'll die on the street. Honest, right? You can't send them away.
He can stay until he finds them a place. But we're switching rooms. I don't want him near the food.
Let's divide it up right now.
We're not going to divide up some rotten potatoes.
Mrs. Franck?
Stop, Mr. Duke. No more, please. I beg you, just stop.
Oh, this! Oh, what's happening?
Enough! Margot, Mr. Dussel, everyone back in their rooms. Edith, come on. Mr. Dussel, I think the potatoes can wait. Just let them wait. You got this hour.
Everyone, the most wonderful, most incredible news.
What is it?
The invasion. The invasion has begun. Oh, did you hear me? The invasion! Yes, it's happening right now. Oh, yes, you can feel it in the streets, the excitement. Oh, I'd rather tell you before the workmen got here. But this is it. They landed on the coast of Normandy.
The British?
The British, Americans, everyone. More than 4,000 ships. I brought him out.
Go over here. What do we say for this moment?
I can't believe it. Starboard, the first city. They're fighting for it now.
How long will it take them from Normandy to the Netherlands? Charborg? Caen? Point Levy? Paris and even Amsterdam.
Herman, don't you hear we're going to be freed soon?
People of Western Europe. A landing was made this morning on the coast of France by troops of the Allied Expeditionary Force.
Listen, General Eisenhower.
I have this message for all of you. Although the initial assault may not have been made in your own country, the hour of your liberation is approaching.
Oh, Margot, we could be going home. Home. I don't even know what home would be like anymore. I can't imagine it. We've been away so long.
Oh, well, I can. I can imagine every little detail, from being outside, the sky, Margot, to walking along the canal, to everything.
I'm afraid to let myself think about it. To have a real meal. Will anything taste the same? Look the same? I don't know if anything will ever be the same again. I mean, how can we go back, truly? You know what I've decided? To be a nurse. For newborns, go far, far away.
How far?
Maybe Palestine. And you could go back to school in October, September even. Wouldn't that be something, Annika?
Cootie, you know what I was just thinking? You're not gonna believe this, but I was
thinking about that first day that we met. Back when you were buzzing around with the rest of the boys in Bremerhaven, I picked you out right away, you know. You were the one who made me laugh. And that afternoon you took me out on the ferry. First you made me laugh, and then you started to kiss me, and the kisses were even better than the laughter, remember? You gave me so many that the ferryman kept watching us, and then the ferry went off course, and you made me laugh some more. When we got back, you had such a ravenous appetite. You made that little restaurant open its doors for you, and you ordered almost everything on the menu. What an appetite, the waiter kept saying. The man can really eat. We'll go back on that ferry one day, Pootie. I promise. It won't be long now, and soon I'll be cooking all your old favorites. Sauter Braden with red cabbage and loctus in your cherished applesauce. We'll even go to Burkhoff's for cream cakes. But in the meantime, Pootie, if you're hungry, just hold on to me. Please, just hold on to me.
Before I fell asleep last night, my friend Hanelli appeared. Dressed in rags, her face thin and worn. Her eyes were so sad. I could read the message in them. Oh, Anna, why have you deserted me? Help me, rescue me from this hell. If only I could. Hanelli, if you're out there, I'll take you and I'll give you everything that I have. Are you still alive? I keep seeing your enormous eyes. Keep seeing myself in your place. You're a reminder of what my fate might have been. What if... No, I can't say that. But the question just won't go away. It looms before me in total and absolute horror.
And so, we come to the end of this broadcast from BBC Radio Europe. Till tomorrow, listeners, and we all know, no matter how hard the times and how heavy the separation, we are once more a day closer to the liberation.
Strawberries, there's nothing I love more.
I can't understand you. Your mouth is too full.
I haven't talked. You haven't stopped eating since we came up.
You're the one who's eating. Look at you. You're all red.
Well, look at you. They're all over your shirt.
Well, at least they're better than those string beans yesterday.
Oh, green, green, green. I thought they would never end.
Every string I pulled made me sure I never wanted to be just a house slave.
You never will be.
Oh, I forgot how wonderful these are.
Well, of course you forgot. We haven't seen a berry in 2 years.
Don't eat too many, Pootie. Remember how sick you were last night from the kale soup?
Oh, I'm just worried there won't be enough for jam with those three up in the attic.
Oh, Mr. Deuce, you're such a worrier. Just let the children have their fun. Ah, these are good, huh?
I'll tell you a secret. Every night, I think they're coming for us. Our liberators.
I Bet you'll both forget about me when you're back with all your old friends.
Most of our friends are gone.
But we won't forget about you, ever.
I'll tell you one thing. When we get out of here, I'm going to make sure no one knows I'm Jewish.
What?
I'm serious. Life would be a whole lot easier if I were a Christian.
You mean you'd be baptized?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'd never turn away from who I am. I couldn't. Don't you know that you'll always be Jewish? In your soul?
Reading this thing? I bet on beats.
It's a wonder I haven't abandoned all my ideals. They seem so absurd and impractical. Yet I cling to them because I still believe, in spite of everything, people are truly good at heart.
Raus! 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 Loslassen! Raus! Raus!
Who's having a
Benedikt das nicht! Wunder! Schnell! Get out! Out! Get! Out! Weg! 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 I suck the Benedikt das nicht! Zieh sie aus! Weg! Sieh! Sieh! Nein! Nein! Benedikt es nicht! Ich sag Pizza Dienste!
It's utterly impossible to build my life on a foundation of fear. I see the world transformed into a wilderness. I hear the approaching thunder which will destroy us too. I feel the suffering of millions.
Westerbork, barren heath, wooden towers where our jailers stand guard, walls covered with thousands of flies. The 8 of us crammed into Barrack 67, betrayed, but we never know by whom. Our last months together. Our last month. Anna and Peter walking hand in hand between the barracks and the barbed wire. Edith worrying about the children. Washing underclothes in murky water, numb. Our God. Silent. Staring at nothing. Our last days on Dutch soil. Late August, Paris freed, Brussels, Antwerp, but for us it's too late. Tuesday, September 3rd, 1944. 1,000 of us herded into cattle cars, the last transport to leave Westerbork for the extermination camps. The train. 3 days, 3 nights, in the middle of the 3rd night, Auschwitz. Separation. Men from women. Edith, Arka, Anna, my family. Never again. Half of our transport killed in the gas chambers. One day, Peter and I see a group of men marching away. Among them, his father, Cass. Peter, on the death march to 1,000 dead 3 days before the British arrived. His mother, Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen, Buchenwald, Sternstadt, date of death unknown. Mr. Dussel died in Neuengamme. January 27th, 1945. I am free from Auschwitz. I know nothing of Edith and the children. And then I learned Edith died. From grief, hunger, and exhaustion. The winter of 45, typhus breaks out in Bergen-Belsen, killing thousands of prisoners, among them Arka, Anna's friend, Nellie, sees Anna between the barbed wires, naked, her head shaved, covered with lice. I don't have anyone anymore. She weeps. A few days later, Anna dies. My daughters, bodies dumped into mass graves just days before the camp was liberated. All that remains